Today, we're going to talk about something that so many of us think is just, well, being nice, but it's actually a really deep survival instinct. It's called the Fawn response. And seriously, understanding this could completely change how you look at yourself and your relationships.
Let me just start by asking you this. Have you ever been in a situation where you hear the word yes coming out of your own mouth, but inside, every single part of you is just screaming no? That feeling. It's like your mouth and your gut are on two totally different teams.
Or what about this one? That immediate sinking feeling of guilt that washes over you the second you even think about putting your own needs first, as if choosing yourself is somehow crime. If any of that sounds familiar, you are absolutely in the right place.
Our culture tends to reward this kind of behavior. We call it kindness or being selfless or a great team player. But what if it isn't actually a conscious choice? What if it's something totally different, an automatic reaction just to feel safe?
Okay, so that brings us to the main event. There's a real psychological term for this whole pattern, and it's so important to get because it goes way deeper than just being a people pleaser. So you've probably heard of fight or flight, right? Later on, freeze was added to that list. But a therapist named Pete Walker identified a fourth one, Fawn. It's a trauma response where instead of fighting a threat or running away from it, your deep down instinct is to try and please it, to make it happy so it won't hurt you. It's about neutralizing danger to stay safe.
And this right here, this is the most important distinction. What looks like kindness on the outside is often a desperate internal search for safety. What everyone sees as selflessness is really a deep-seated survival strategy. It's not just part of your personality, it's a trauma response wearing a friendly disguise.
So let's be super clear about something. This is not a character flaw, not at all. It's actually a skill, a pretty brilliant one that you probably had to learn, maybe when you were really young, just to get by in your world. Let's dig into where it starts. A lot of the time, this response is born in our childhood homes. If you grew up in a place where saying no or just having your own opinion created a huge fight or made you feel like the love might get taken away, well, you learn fast. Your brain comes up with this genius plan. Okay, if I just keep everyone happy, if I don't make any waves, then I'll be safe, and maybe I'll get the love I need. And after a while, that's not a choice anymore. It becomes your automatic setting.
But that survival skill, that default mode, man, it comes with a huge price tag. Constantly abandoning yourself to keep everything and everyone else calm takes a massive, painful toll on you.
And the costs are just staggering. First, you lose your voice. You literally forget how to say what you actually feel and need. And right after that, you can start to lose your identity. Who are you really when you're not busy trying to please someone else? This whole cycle just runs on guilt and leaves you feeling completely drained emotionally because you're always giving and never getting filled back up.
Okay, I really need you to hear this next part. This is maybe the most important thing to take away from all of this. You are not weak for this. You're not too nice. Your mind did exactly what it had to do to keep you safe in a situation where you felt powerless. It was an incredible act of survival.
And here's the kicker, the big paradox of growing up, right? That exact thing that so brilliantly protected you back then, the very strategy that got you through, is probably the thing that's holding you back and hurting you the most today.
But here is the truly awesome part. Because you learned this, you can unlearn it. You have all the power you need to get your voice back. So let's talk about what those very first steps look like.
It all starts small, super small, intentional things. First, just pause. Before that automatic yes flies out of your mouth, just take a breath. In that little space, ask yourself, wait, do I even want to do this? Then you can practice a simple no. Things like, sorry, I can't make that work. That's it. That's a full sentence. You don't owe anyone a giant explanation. And finally, you have to keep reminding yourself of this truth. Your value is not up for negotiation. You don't have to earn love by erasing yourself. Look, this is a process. You're not going to undo years, maybe decades of this wiring overnight, and that is totally okay. The biggest, most powerful step you can take is the one you just did by listening to this, just becoming aware of the pattern. Seriously, that awareness is where all the change begins.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you can see it, now that you have a name for it, what is one small no you can say this week? Not to be difficult, not to start a fight, but as a quiet, really powerful way of finally saying yes to yourself.